Alright, let's keep playing this game. So, I think one of the things that has really drawn me to this game is this idea of being able to explore and to find stuff. Um, I'm very much an explorer and I do like the exploration genre of games. And I think because it's all about looting, looting for stuff, it does tickle that achievement sense of the brain of saying, "Yeah, I managed to find something." Now, most of the time, like I said, the stuff that you find is all garbage anyway. It's nothing of interest. But every now and then, you do find something that really does make a difference. So in this case, I found an antiviral. You'll notice that I needed a a battery in order to open up the antiviral, and that's actually the reason why just now I was saying that one of the most useful resources are actually batteries, because they actually allow you to get a lot of stuff. Oh, I've just broken my weapon. However, you also have quite a limited backpack space, weights that you can kind of carry around. So as much as you want to grab stuff, you also need to balance it with, you know, how much weight you can carry around. And life is a bit like that as well, right? Sometimes you want to do things, you want to grab stuff, you want to accomplish things, but you've got to balance it out with the practicalities of what you can bear. Sometimes, and this is actually why it's helpful to have a big picture vision, because otherwise we are very tempted to say yes to a whole bunch of stuff which may or may not align with our big picture vision. There are some people who are just lazy and don't like to do anything, and for them I would have a different set of recommendations. But for a lot of people, you know, they like to be very involved, they like to achieve things, they like to get stuff done, but at the same time, you might say yes to too many things and end up burning out. Having a big picture vision, an end goal that you want to achieve, helps you filter out the things that are important or the things that are not important. If you've got capacity, so right now I'm at 60 weight out of 120. If you've got capacity in your life to do stuff, then by all means explore, try out different things. And we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Explore who you are, explore your talents and your strengths and the way that you've been created, because it might surprise you how much you can do. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you don't overdo it, that you don't end up encumbered, so to speak. And when you have a big picture vision, you can actually use that as a metric to measure out the things that are on your plate. Is what I'm wanting to do, does that line up with my big picture vision? In my life, I've come across ouch! I've come across plenty of opportunities that have been presented to me, but I have to ask myself, hey, does this align with who I am, what my strengths are, and what I want to do with my life, with my big picture vision? Yes, it's a great opportunity. Maybe it's an opportunity to get a good reputation, of take on a new role, of earning money. But is it really who I want to be for myself? It's fine to explore, and if as you explore things, you might discover all sorts of stuff that you can use in your life. But don't become encumbered by things that don't align with who you want to be and what you want your mission and vision to be. Let me kill off this horde.